Hello everyone, this is Malik Khwaja from 𝐻𝐼RE Consultants. We are the registered migration agents and education firm in Australia. Our today's topic is for skill assessment for accounting occupation by various bodies. CPA, IPA, CA, these are the three organizations that perform skill assessment for occupations in accounting under SOL occupation list. CPA stands for Certified Practicing Accountants, IPA stands for Institute of Public Accountants, and CA or 𝐶A stands for Chartered Accountants, Australia and New Zealand. In order to check which occupation in accounting you can get assessed through IPA, CPA or CA, you need to go to Skill Occupation List on Home Affairs website and type your occupation there. It will show you the list of occupations along with their 𝐴NSCO code, as well as it will show you which skill assessment body you can use to apply for skill assessment. For accounting, all these three skill assessment bodies can be used: CPA, IPA or CA. So the accounting occupation that you will find on the skilled occupation list would be under some 𝐴NSCO group. So if we talk about the 𝐴NSCO group 2211, you will find the occupations accountant, management accountant and taxation accountant. Similarly, if you look at the 𝐴NSCO code 2212, you will find two occupations: corporate treasurer and external auditor. Furthermore, the last occupation, if you search for the 𝐴NSCO group 1322, you will find the occupation finance manager. You need to note that the internal auditor is assessed by VAT Assess. So VAT Assess assess internal auditor, however the external auditor is being assessed by CPA, IPA or CA. Now, the eligibility criteria for the skill assessment. So in order to achieve a positive skill assessment, you need to provide a qualification relevant to the accounting major field or any other business field, which includes a specific or the core units that are required by CPA, IPA or CA to give you a positive assessment. Along with your qualification, you would also require to prove your English proficiency. So the English proficiency requirement for skill assessment is proficient English. So for example, in the IELTS testing, if you got 7 each in all the bands, or in PT you got 65 each in all modules, then you would be meeting the requirement for the skill assessment. Now, in order to check which subjects or units you require for the positive skill assessment for those occupations, you need to go to the CPA or IPA or CA website and then look there. You will find a table with all the details mentioned there. So if you see on this screen, you will see 4 occupations: accountant, corporate treasurer, finance manager and management accountant. They all require the same set of core units to be completed. So if you go with the CPA website, you will find accounting systems and processes. This is also called Introduction to Accounting in IPA or CA website. Furthermore, you will see business law, then you will see economics or business economics, you will see financial accounting and reporting, you will also see finance and financial management, you will see management accounting and quantitative methods or business statistics. Now for the skill assessment for the other 2 occupations which are left, so starting with taxation accountant, you would require an additional subject of Australian taxation law. So you need to make sure you have studied the international taxation law, which also covers the Australian part. Otherwise, you may not get the positive skill assessment for taxation accountant. Similarly, you can go for the skill assessment under external auditor. For that, you will require an additional unit of auditing and assurance. So auditing and assurance you would require for external auditor. Now let's talk about the document checklist. So document checklist is very simple. You need to provide your ID documents such as your passport. If you have different names on your educational documents, so you need to provide a name change certificate or marriage certificate or birth certificate or any document that prove that you are the same person who is applying for the skill assessment. Furthermore, you need to provide your qualification as we discussed on the eligibility criteria. So for the qualification, you need to provide your award certificate, or you may call degree certificate. If you haven't got the degree certificate yet, you can provide a provisional certificate or completion letter. Along with that, you need to provide a complete academic transcript, so the final transcript you received when you receive your award or completion letter. Furthermore, to prove the English proficiency, you need to provide IELTS or PT test report or other tests. You can provide CAE, OET and others. Now these are the important and mandatory documents for the skill assessment. However, if you are using an agent like us, you also need to provide an agent authorization form. Okay, now if let's say for example in your university you are studying some subjects that have a different title as mentioned on the CPA, IP or CA website for your core unit. In order to prove that you meet the competency for those units, you may need to provide a course syllabus or also called course outline from that university, so that these assessment bodies can check your skills, check if you have achieved all the competency elements for that unit. Once you provide these documents to CPA, IP or CA, they will further process your application. Now let's talk about the cost for skill assessment. If you go with CPA, the standard application fee would be $495 for offshore applicants and $545 for onshore applicants. If you want to go for the fast track applications, $623 for offshore applicants and $650 for onshore applicants. There is a 10% GST difference for the onshore and offshore applicants, so that GST will be applicable only for the onshore applicants. If you go with the IPA skill assessment, the IPA charges $595 for the standard processing, and if you want to prioritize the application, they do prioritize the application within 5 business days, and the cost for that is $795. If you go with the CA, the standard processing application would be $550, which takes 20 business days at least. Or you can use a migration agent. So for especially the migration agent, they also provide the priority processing, and the fee would be $650 and the outcome will be generated within 10 days. So you may choose IPA or CA if you want to prioritize your application earlier. So that's all for today. Hope you had liked this video. If you did, please do like this video, share with your friends and subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you have any other queries, please comment down below and we will be happy to answer your queries there. If you want to watch my videos regarding skill assessment for other occupations, then you will find those on the screen. See you in the next video. Until then, goodbye.